What if hitting your goals has nothing to do with effort? What if you're already winning, but you just don't know it yet? Today, I'm going to give you 5 ways to change the way you score the game. Because when you change the score, you change your life. Hi, I'm Steph. I help adults become who they want to be quickly, one messy, playful experiment at a time. Tip number 1, recognize the bounce back. This is one thing that I think is crucial. When we talk about following our dreams or our goals, I think there are a lot of people that see it as a point A to point B, and it's going to be smooth, it's going to be clear, and it's going to be straight up. It's never the case. Everybody's path has some challenges, has some, times that maybe they fall off. And it seems to me that a lot of people see the falling off as a huge negative, like a sign of emotional or physical weakness, or they were not self-disciplined enough to just stay the course. But that's not the case. I think for most of us, most people fall off. It's not a question about if you're going to fall off. It's a question of when you do, how quickly do you bounce back? And so this is a reframe I want to offer. The bounce back is such an important part of growth. It's not about falling off. It's about how long you stay off. Give yourself credit for the bounce backs. Really look at when you bounce back. How are you able to do it? What helped you to get there? And when you struggle to get there, what contributes to that? Think things like hydration, how much sleep you've gotten, how much resources and support you have around you. So I want you to aim for one small bounce back per day. Where's that opportunity to get just a little closer to that dream or goal? Where's something you fell off that you don't have to jump all the way back in, but maybe one small step, one small bounce back. Because the faster the bounce back, the bigger the win. Tip number 2, keep your own scorecard. All right, so this one's important for a couple of reasons. Our life experience is not based on exactly what happens to us each day. It's based on what we focus on. So in order to prime our brain to focus on the things we want, a scorecard helps us do that. It helps us tell ourselves every day, this is what I'm looking for. This is what I'm focusing on. Another reason why a scorecard is a great idea is because it's a way to celebrate yourself and to give yourself a pat on the back by recognizing your wins, even if the world doesn't. So here are 3 ways to set up your scorecard in order to set yourself up for success. Step number 1, make the game winnable. And by this, I mean that if you give yourself 25 things to do a day, you're surely not going to hit them all. And so you're going to feel like the day was a loss. You have enough losses in a row, guess what? Your self-esteem and just confidence goes down. So what we want to do is we still want to set you up with a game that is winnable. In order to do this, you're going to be very specific and strategic about what are the 3 most important things you need to get done that day. And then that's it. I know I heard Kevin O'Leary off of Shark Tank say this. He said he would actually do Post-it notes, 3 Post-it notes on his mirror in the morning. And by the end of the day, he needed to take all 3 off. And that was it. That's how you win your day. Another thing I want you to do is collect your past wins. Now, this can be wins from any time in your life that feels significant. It can be big wins, it can be small wins, it can be anything in between. Don't be overly judgmental. Anything that at that time felt like a win, you want to add it to this list. And what you're going to do with this list is you're going to keep it nearby so you can review your wins whenever you have a challenge coming up. Whenever you just need that boost, just go back and show all the times you've succeeded in the past. And finally, I want you to have a list of your wins from the day. Before you go to bed, you want to journal just for a couple minutes. It can either be those 3 things you accomplished or just, again, any small wins. And so you're conditioning yourself with wins right before going to sleep. Then when you wake up, you want to look at that list one time real quickly and get on with your day. By doing this, we set ourselves up for success because winning brings about more winning, which brings about more winning. And you can see how this continues to cycle in your life. So try this out for a couple weeks, see how it feels, and then let me know. I want to hear from your experience of how much this changes in life. Tip 3, minimize the chatter in your head. One way to think about this is whenever you are having a conversation in your head, you're negotiating. And most likely your mind is not negotiating for you to grow or to challenge yourself. Most likely your mind is negotiating to keep you safe. I think it's really, really helpful to catch whenever you are in your mind and whenever you're having these negotiations, whether it be that, you had a really hard day, so you deserve to take the day off from doing that thing that you wanted to do, or you deserve to have that junk food or do that bad habit or what have you. I want you to just be mindful of it. And all you're going to do is just write it down. Write down the feeling, write down the emotion, write down the conversation. I want you to just take a quick second to write it down. At the end of a week, go back and start to notice those patterns. Are you usually negotiating yourself out of the activities you want to do when you're feeling bad? Or it's when you're celebrating, something in between? Start to notice those themes in your life. In this way, you'll catch them quicker. So when your mind starts to negotiate in the same way, even without doing anything else but writing it down and noticing those themes, you'll start to notice like, oh, this comes the deserving part, or oh, here's the celebration part. And from there, you can plan on how to counter it. Just the fact that you're doing that really helps train your mind that I'm not going to sit here and negotiate with you the whole time. I'm going to do something to change the trajectory of my day. And that is huge. Tip number 4, set and hold your boundaries. Now, I don't have much advice to give here because if I'm being totally honest, this is something I am horrible about, truly, truly horrible. But I do know that there are a lot of really good books out there, a lot of really good books that take you step by step on how to, create your boundaries, how to hold your boundaries, how to enforce your boundaries. I just have not finished any of them because, like I said, I'm bad at holding my boundaries. But it is so important because that's how you really create protection of your physical, your mental, and your emotional energy in order to put towards the dreams that matter most to you. So I'm going to keep working on it, and I hope you do too. Tip number 5, hold everything gently, including your mission in life. Now, when we talk about purpose and mission and life direction, these become such huge, heavy topics. I mean, they're so huge, so heavy that really smart people say, I don't want to touch that. It's such a big subject. But it doesn't have to be. I mean, really, when we think about it, I think it's the way we're looking at life purpose and mission. If we see it as a pot of gold at the end of a rainbow that we need to go find, it is very heavy. Because then we put all this pressure on ourselves. Like, if I am somehow lucky enough to find it before my life is over, then I'll feel fulfilled. Then I'll feel like my life was worth it, right? But if I'm not lucky for whatever circumstances, I never find that pot of gold, well, then it was a useless life and everybody will feel bad for me. That's not truth. It is anxiety inducing. It puts a lot of pressure on yourself, and there's too much out of your control to feel good about that belief. So instead, I would like to offer a reframe. Your mission or purpose in life is not a pot of gold at the end of a rainbow that you need to go find. Instead, it is a lamp. It is a lamp that you use to light your way and nothing more. There's nothing precious about a lamp. You just use it to light the way. And then when you start moving in that direction, if you realize, well, this is not a direction that really fits me anymore, just turn the lamp and you go in a different direction. You develop your mission and you develop your purpose. And it's just a draft that you create so you can move forward in life. There are no steps wasted because every step gave you more insight so you knew if that was the right direction or not. This is what life is. Life is the journey. It's not the destination. We don't rush to the end of it. In life, the enjoyment is the iteration, the learning about yourself, the experiments, the sprints, whatever puts yourself in action in order to figure it all out. And if we're being honest, a lot of us already have some insight or inklings into what our mission or purpose is. Enough that we probably could draft it and start to move forward on it. Or sometimes we don't have the right systems in place in order to make that forward progress. The Crayon Playbook membership does exactly this. We're helping adults become who they want to be quickly, one messy, playful experiment at a time. We're doing quick sprints in here. We're learning, developing, and growing very quickly inside this group because we're getting out of our heads and putting things into action. So I invite you to join us if you are ready to stop waiting to find your purpose and want to start walking forward with your lantern and let the journey show you the way. In our program, we use a very precise system so that we can get clarity on your mission and purpose. I'm actually going to break it down and share with you the exact system in my next video. I'll see you there.